just because you're flesh and blood doesn't make you related. She used to tell me a story about the amazing glaze. Him and your pops was like brothers, but that nigga was crazy. Me in early, late 80s, Brooklyn, the murder capital, where it wasn't frowned on if you had to bust a cat or two. Just keep it rational, never radical. Watch your attitude, and if you made it out,
was pressing them. The guys from Queens, I assume Supreme Team, told Joey Merlino, well, this Brooklyn guy that's bothering you, he's not down with us. We're doing they're separate. So Merlino paid someone to attack this Brooklyn guy. Things go farther and farther. Everyone's into it. The Italians are getting stabbed. They're stabbing people. And Harry Hunt, Big C, gets out of the hole. He gets into the mix. He ends up losing his life. And it is documented that he was killed in USP Beaumont in 2002 by somebody. But you can go watch his story. It's pretty interesting. So, Supreme Team, you can see like a mafia family out of Queens. They stuck together on the street and in the federal holding facility, and things continued on in the prison, and it even touched Skinny Joey Merlino, and that's a pretty fascinating story. Skinny Joey, of course, is out right now, and he has a podcast, just like Unique Mega Audio has a podcast, just like I'm on YouTube. So talking about crime has replaced doing crime for a lot of people, which is good, but interesting how the world changed. Now, as for Prince Miller, if you read the newspaper articles about him back in the late 80s, he was one of those people that they would have had you think would have never got out and was a monster. When he was on trial for the triple homicide of 3 Colombians in the Baisley Park projects, who some of the informants that worked for him claims he gave the order to take out and rob while he was in jail, which...
Hey, good day, y'all. Hey, thanks for joining me. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, support. I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. If I can change, anybody can change. You know what I was listening to? I was just listening to Al Prophet. Al Prophet was speaking about Joey Merlino and, I guess, Prince and Big C. So Big C died because, once again, Prince pulled a foul move. Basically, he gave Joey the okay because somebody was putting the pressure on Joey from Brooklyn. So being that they was putting the pressure on Joey from Brooklyn, and one time he fell victim, called himself looking out for somebody, but that guy was trying to extort him on a friendly tip. So right now, it's from my understanding, according to someone else, initially, guy pushed up on him, he gave him something. Then they came right back, and he gave him something again. And you know what? It got to the point, now, I don't want to give you nothing no more. I'm not going to let you extort me on a friendly tip. Because if I keep doing it, you getting greedier and greedier and greedier, and it's going to be a major problem. So he tried to nip it in the bud. So what he did was, he's supposed to went to Prince, Joey. Came gangster, went to Prince. Yo, man, look, man, you need to talk to your people. You need to... Prince say, they don't have nothing to do with us. This is not my man. Do what you got to do. Wow. So once again, what Joey and them did, according to the reports, was they put a hit out on him. Once they put that hit out on him, guess what? It started a war. When they found out that Prince was the snake, he pulled a dope fiend move. But with that dope fiend move, look what happened. You know what happened? Look who died. You know who died? Big C. Prince co-defendant. That's who died.
Snapping weapon charges. Guess what happened? Now, I'm a minute. Because
Brian had associated himself with probably the most ruthless and notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city, that being Howard Pappy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening, I'm like, whoa.
You actually dealt with Brian Glaze, huh?
I dealt with him years ago, back in the 80s, early 90s. I was with where he was arrested by my partner back in those days for several murders himself.
That's bad. I was given to me by a police officer in New York called
would say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. You know, drug dealers, and controlled the drug organization.
And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here. Yeah. Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead.
Is this the second person you murdered?
No. Because, like, right now, if you're going by the timeline, by that time, there's a few more before him.
You know, I heard so many good things about you. What I really like is, I know you're a tough guy. And I've known that for quite a while, and you changed your life, and you're coming around, and you're right. We're from New York, and we're New Yorkers. No matter what color you are, no matter what religion you are, no matter what you are, you know, we're New Yorkers.
Well, he was a drug kingpin himself. He was a drug lord himself back in those days, and he operated out of Brooklyn in East New York, and you know, he committed a lot of violent acts himself. So if anybody knows the streets, I mean, he knows the streets.
Tottenham. Yeah, you gotta worry about them guys. But we only have to worry about those guys in Vanderveer and stuff. You know, we all knew Glaze and Tutton, all those guys.
Yeah.
I know Glaze, Supreme Team. What up, Glaze? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, inside the mind of the killer, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story. Okay, I'll check that out.
Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Who you know more realer? Stories with more thriller. Spit real facts. Who you know more chiller? Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Once upon a time, not long ago, in the streets of Brooklyn, Glaze had him shookin'. If he liked what you had, got took it. Give me gangster moves, ran with some gangster dudes. You know I'm Brooklyn dude, straight take you fool. Me get that real 50 Cent, fat cat, pet. Had blocks on lock, BGG, the movement. Here to make improvements. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Who you know more realer? Stories with more thriller. Spit real facts. Who you know more.